Alright, so we are in Piedmont, Alabama. Car is parked at the Eubanks Visitor Center. We are on the Chief Ladiga trail, and right now we're heading back to the very beginning of it because I'm parked several miles in, and once we get to the beginning, we're going to turn around and head back, and we're going to do the Chief Ladiga trail, and it is 33 miles from the beginning to the Georgia state line. You know, once we get to the Georgia state line, then it turns into the Silver Comet, and that's like 62 miles. So we're going to do all the Chief Ladiga, and then when we get to the end of the Silver Comet, we're going to turn around and come back. So all in all, it'll be around 190 miles. So I'll get back with you when we get to the trailhead. And oh, and by the way, it's looking like it's going to rain pretty hard tonight. It rained all the way up here, so looks like the first day and part of the night is going to be pretty wet, so it happens. So it's paved the whole way. Alright, had to come 19 miles back to actually get the official start of it, but this is where the Chief Ladiga trail officially begins. So now I go back 19 miles the way I just came, and then another 14, and I'll be at the Georgia state line. So my plan is to make it all the way to the state line, and it looks like it's going to rain tonight. So I know there's a shelter right there at the state line, a little covered picnic area, so I'm planning to camp under that. All right, let's do this. All right, here we go. So where it officially begins back there is in Anniston. Half a mile from the trailhead, we come to Weaver. The Chief Ladiga trail is very flat, and it's a lot hillier and the Silver Comet, so better enjoy these easy miles while I got them. Hey, this guy. That dude is long. He's like 4 feet long. This is a king snake. Pretty sure it's a king snake. That is awesome. Yeah, you can tell how big he is compared to my bike. That is so cool. Yeah, you can tell how dangerous they are. See how he's just sitting there next to my foot. Welcome to Jacksonville. So it's raining on me right now. Not too bad, but didn't look crazy cloudy, so I'm not worried about pulling out any rain gear yet. But if it does get harder, I guess I will. There's a rest stop right here. Bathrooms, bicycles for rent. Now we're going through Jackson, and this is some kind of campus. There's a football field over there. Mile marker 24, so means we got 10 more miles back to Piedmont. At which point I'm gonna eat. I've done got hungry. Getting good at running stop signs. Got these cool walls here. I guess that was a road that went over the top of the train at one time. There's a little pathside lake. Pretty neat looking. All these white right here. What that is they've highlighted where the roots are bucking up the pavement, and he told me about that back at the Eubanks Visitor Center. So if you're out here and you see this, that was nice of them to highlight. That way you won't hit them too hard and have a wreck. A lot of pine needles. Barely even see the pavement down there. We're coming back in Piedmont again. So here's a trail side map here. So right up in here at 14, that was where we started. And just to make it official, rode all the way down here to the very bottom at 33, turned around, came all the way back, and then when we get to Piedmont, we're going to go 14 miles, and looks like a good place to camp right there on the state line. Almost back to the visitor center again. 38 miles later, and we are back. Yeah, so this is the Eubanks Visitor Center. Got bathrooms over there. Cars parked right over there. I've been that way 19 miles. I came back, so 38. So I am going that way towards Cedartown for 14. I'm gonna camp at the state line. And we are off. I'm glad to see that people do have their dogs put up. Nothing worse than being out here and having a dog come after you while you're on the trail. That's pretty cool looking. More cotton fields over there. A lot of cotton in this region. It's Duggar Mountain over there beyond the cotton field. So we're coming up on Talladega National Forest. A tree down. This is the Pinhoti Trail. So this is mile 7. So we got 7 miles to the state line. Alright, so this is Terrapin Creek. And that's Chief Ladiga campsite over there. I got less than 5 miles to go to get to camp, and it's raining. Not bad, about like it was earlier. 2 more miles to camp. I am wore out. We're gonna pass through just to make it official. All right. All right, that's it. And here is camp for the night. Rain's starting to let up a little bit, but still coming down pretty good. Got the hammock hung up. Start getting things out. Well, I cannot tell you what a blessing it is to have this little shelter with it raining like that. That is so cool. And right at the line. Yeah, so here's camp. Already had supper. Had ramen with chicken. It was good. It's been quit raining for a while now, but I don't know if it may kick in later on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just hammock up underneath here and figure I'm all nice and dry. The ground's wet. The tent will get wet if I set it up anyway, so I'm just gonna sleep in the hammock here tonight. Tomorrow we go that way down the Silver Comet. We're going to Georgia.